It's a few days before the March update of 2023, and we're seeing green. The update starts on March 6, 2023, and it is at your normal update times here in the Central Time Zone. In the U.S., it is 2 a.m. and will run for 3 hours, so check your maintenance times accordingly. And it is a huge spring update. And let's take a look at everything that's there. Here are the cliff notes. If you don't have time to read the entire update or listen to the entire video, basically what's going to be going on is Racing Legends will return in this update. St. Patrick's Day celebrations are in order, so there will be St. Patrick's Day content. French Tier 8 cruiser Carnot will headline the new campaign. Pan-Asian cruisers are becoming researchable, so now you'll get free access to all of those Pan-Asian cruisers, and now you have access to the Tier 8 cruiser. And we have Tier 8 ships will debut in ranked battles, so wow, it'll be interesting to check that out. Legendary Tier Schlieffen will be a Bureau project and quite a few balance changes, so yeah, there is a separate article on balance changes, which I'm sure I'll have another video about in the coming days or so. And as usual, there is a redeemer code here. I'll have a link for the redeemer code down below, but you're going to get a potato patch and 3 legendary camos for that redeemer code. Next is the, here's the Tier 8 Carnot. French Tier 8 cruiser is well protected, hard hitting, and speedy. And it is the star of the new campaign, and you can expect the usual framework of 100 milestones over 5 weeks. Heroic effort missions and catch-up mechanic is going to be in place, and a battle prowess mission for Admiralty Backing owners to earn even more renown, and that means more steel if you finish the campaign early. And here is a detailed look at everything, all the rewards in the campaign itself, and the rewards without Admiralty Backing. At first glance, this looks like a shorter list, but let's go through it. 50 common boosters, 14 revolutionary camos, and that's going to be French camos, is the revolutionary camos. 350,000 research points for your Bureau projects, 125,000 commander XP, 750,000 silver credits, 7,500 global XP, 15 promotion orders, an insignia, commendation, 7 days premium account, 4 spring big crates, a French commander crate, a background and a patch symbol, and the value of the rewards without Admiralty Backing is 14,730 doubloons. That's just under $60, I believe. And for 2,500 doubloons in Admiralty Backing, that'd be $10. You get an additional set of items: 50 rare boosters, 26 revolutionary camos, 1,400,000 research points for those Bureau projects, 325,000 commander XP, 2,250,000 silver credits, 32,500 global XP, 30 more promotion orders, 4 insignias and commendations, 750 doubloons, 11 more spring big crates, a commemorative flag, and an Admiralty Backing special weekly mission rewarding renown. I think we mentioned that before. And of course, you're going to get the French Tier 8 premium cruiser Carnot. And the value of those rewards with Admiralty Backing is 74,400 doubloons. That's a little over $280 is what they value that at. All right, next on the list here is a return of Racing Legends, and I personally really liked Racing Legends from a year ago. I'm a pretty big Formula One fan, so I did enjoy that. It's kind of a break from the monotony, as it were. And the racing is better than ever with 3 week-long sessions with playoffs and leaderboards. Well, yeah, last time they did not have playoffs and leaderboards, so I guess that'll be interesting. There's plenty of time to enjoy the high-octane race to first place. Wow, that'll be kind of interesting to see how that shakes out. And you'll have special racing boats. We did have special racing boats last time, special commanders, consumables, and torpedoes to make your enemies limp to the finish. And yeah, that was the one thing that was keeping me from walking away with it was, well, people taking you out with the torpedoes and at the time, main guns. So it'll be interesting to see if you can shoot with the main guns here. Doesn't say that, just says torpedoes. So if you participate and win here, it says it will net you Racing Legends tokens, which can be spent in the store on a variety of content, including the Destroyer Bulletproof. You'll also can get 2 skins, 3 commander guises, and special crates. And the races are on from March 20th on for the next 3 weeks. So expect a dedicated blog post with all the details closer to the start of March 20, I would guess. All right, next is St. Patrick's Day 2023. And yeah, the first spring update also includes a themed range for St. Patrick's Day. It features a new ship, the Tier 7 Celtic, and the Kara Mordov Commander guys, and the return of Pot of Gold crates. And I think what the Pot of Gold crates were is you buy each crate for $5, I think it was, and you get $5 worth of doubloons. So you couldn't buy it for doubloons or silver. It was actual money that you had to spend, but you would get the doubloons after the fact. And I think the pots had some decent items, so we'll have to check that out and see specifically what is in these pots. But it was actual money for the same amount of doubloons that would be converted. So there'll be 1,250 doubloons for $5 is how that calculated out in the last year. Brady McMurdoff will also get a unique voiceover. All right, I think Brady was last year. More details will be revealed in a dedicated post before the content drops on March 13th. So you got a whole week on this update before the St. Patrick's Day content arrives. Then we have the Tier 8 pack. Oh, what is this? So looks like 5 more Tech Tree ships are going to join the game to be researchable here. So starting with the update here. And the list is the American battleship Minnesota, American cruiser Seattle, Japanese destroyer Kitakaze, British cruiser Drake, and the Pan-Asian destroyer Chungmu. As usual, we'll take a closer look at these high-tier monsters in the coming days. Keep your eyes on our social media in the meantime. Next is the Pan-Asian Cruisers Go Researchable with the Tier 8 Sejong as the top tier for those Pan-Asian Tech Tree cruisers. They're now available to research. Go give them a try for their mix of deep water torpedoes and smoke generator, reinforced by torpedo reload booster at the higher tiers. And you can expect a review on the Harbin coming up in the next week or so. I really like that ship quite a bit. The lower tier Pan-Asian cruisers, you got to watch the turret traverse. I think that's what the deal was there. But the higher tier ships did have a much better turret traverse, and you've got the torpedo reload booster at the higher tiers. So, all right, next is ranked battles hit a new milestone, and we're going to have 2 ranked seasons. And they're high-tier ships. So more details will be revealed in a special blog post before the start of Season 39 on March 9, but we can tell you now that Season 40 will be the first time the mode sees Tier 8 ships, so prepare in advance. Well, I guess there are enough Tier 8 ships in the game to support one of these ranked seasons, so that's interesting. So I assume Season 39 will be Tier 7 ships. So, okay. Next up is the debut of Pan America. And that means that the first Pan American ship, Atlantico, arrives as a Tier 7 premium battleship with powerful, accurate, and long-range secondaries, plus armor-piercing only main battery guns. This mighty monster is available in the store starting March 6th. And you will get a universal Pan American commander, Pedro Lima Santos, and you get this commander automatically upon purchasing the ship. So it's a universal Pan American commander. A Pan American battleship commander will arrive in a future update. So a dedicated battleship commander for the Pan Americans will arrive later, but not in this update. So you want to be mindful of that. It is a universal commander you will get. Next up is the Schlieffen Bureau project, which is a German legendary battleship which has the longest reaching secondaries and legends as well as torpedoes. Wow, okay, so the ship will be, the project, not the ship, but the project will be available for credits or doubloons in the store, and you will probably require some existing German tech tree battleships during the course of this Bureau project on segment 5 and segment 9 or 10. So you want to watch out for that. So you're going to need to research the German battleship line if you're going to unlock this battleship, if this Bureau project is anything like the recent previous Bureau projects. Right, next up is balance changes, and this comes in the form of a separate post called the Ministry of Balance Reports. And this update will see a revamp of French commanders and buffs and nerfs to a handful of ships. So I'll have a dedicated video to that in the coming days or so. But spoiler alert, I think the Colbert is going to get buffed, if you can believe it. But it's true. All right, next is bug fixes. Probita's aircraft rating was changed from 13 to 39. The calculation previously didn't include skip bombers. Rare cases where ships of disconnected players continue to shoot ad infinitum. All right, ray trace lighting sometimes causes colors to distort, especially in brighter ports like Nagasaki. Win rate badge and service record showed up erroneously even before a player had fought 200 battles. Bretagne was missing a piece of armor in the armor viewer. Report abuse screen sometimes stuck after a report had been sent. Several battleship turrets checked for holes that allowed for their incapacitation by lower caliber destroyer shells. This should no longer be the case. Friending and blocking actions sometimes didn't work after having rejoined the game following a disconnect. On-deck equipment of sunken ships remained above the surface in rare cases. All right, Graf Spee in the Azur skin lacked a few armor components in the armor viewer. All right, mobile. Remove the dark overlay on the right side of the screen in the premium ship upgrade menu. Anchor the favorite sign was sometimes displayed over a ship's name. And then the back button was sometimes drawn twice on the control preset menu. And then other, let's see here, added new semi-armor piercing shell ship trait for Italian boats. Abruzzi, Amalfi, instead of broad launch. Dante Alighieri B, Duca d'Aosta B, Genova, Guisano, Montesulio, Tarano, instead of fast. Marco Polo instead of super AP damage. And Trento and Zara instead of tough. Oh, ship traits. Okay, so it's the descriptions of the ships, I guess. Okay. Map changes. Weather on the New Dawn, Ring, and Trap maps was changed for better visibility during the battle. Tears of the Desert, Shatter, and Land of Fire now include new scenarios. National and voiceover. Finally, National and voiceover mode is now in the game. This means that you can hear multiple unique commanders on your team speaking in their authentic voices simultaneously. From various collaboration commanders to national commander voiceovers. If you prefer this kind of polyphony, go to your sound settings and choose National Plus mode. All right, winter shards. Anyone that has a bunch of winter shards stored, they will be converted at the rate of 1 shard equals 1,500 silver credits. So 1 shard basically had the value of 1 single doubloon. Various user interface improvements, and this includes bureau labels, recommended, advanced, and special. And then finally, spend the spring with legends, race, celebrate, and turn the tide. All right, well, that's it for the patch notes for March 2023. Let me know what you think down below. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.